Okay, quick thought. Have you ever actually stopped to think what's going on the moment you hit a key on your keyboard? I mean, one tiny press. Boom, letters appear, actions happen, games respond. It all feels instant, but there's a lot going on under the hood. And here's the cool part. Not all keyboards are the same. Some are built for speed, some for comfort, and some just sound like you're typing on bubble wrap. So today we're cracking open the mystery, how keyboards really work and what kinds are out there right now. Hey friends, welcome back to the NexTech with JK channel, and to another episode in our Basics of Computer series. If you haven't checked out our previous video on how a computer thinks and works, in super simple terms by the way, I highly recommend giving it a watch. I'll drop the full playlist link in the description below. Go binge it after this one. All right, today we are going to see all about one of the most basic and important computer input component, keyboard, yep. That clicky, clacky, tappity little thing under your fingers? It's doing way more than you think. We're going to explore keyboard and different types of keyboards, how they're built, how they're different, and most importantly, what actually happens when you press a key. So grab your favorite key, maybe the letter A or even that mysterious F5, and let's jump into the hidden world of keyboards. The moment your finger pushes down the key, you're compressing a small spring mechanism underneath. In a mechanical keyboard, this activates a physical switch. Imagine two metal contacts that snap together when pressed. In a membrane keyboard, you're pushing a flexible layer down until it touches a circuit board below. This physical action creates an electrical connection, allowing current to flow through a specific pathway. Each key has its own unique electrical signature in the keyboard circuit matrix. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your keyboard has a tiny computer inside called a microcontroller. This little chip is constantly scanning the keyboard matrix. Imagine a grid system where each key sits at the intersection of a row and column. The controller scans this matrix about 1,000 times per second, checking, is row 1, column 3 active? Is row 2, column 7 active? When it detects that the A key's position is now conducting electricity, it immediately knows which key was pressed. But wait, there's a problem called bouncing. When you press a key, the metal contacts don't make perfect contact immediately. They might bounce apart and together several times in a few milliseconds. The controller has to debounce this signal, filtering out the electrical noise to register just one clean key press. Once the controller confirms a clean key press, it generates something called a scan code. Think of this as the keyboard's internal language. Each key has a unique number. The A key might be scan code 30, B might be 48, and so on. The controller also checks if any modifier keys are pressed. Are you holding Shift? Control? Alt? This information gets bundled together with the scan code because it will change what character ultimately appears on your screen. Now the keyboard needs to tell your computer what happened. If you're using a USB keyboard, the controller packages this information into a standardized data packet called a USB HID report. HID stands for Human Interface Device. This packet contains the scan code, the status of modifier keys, and timing information. It travels through the USB cable at incredibly high speed. We're talking millions of bits per second. For wireless keyboards, the same information gets transmitted via Bluetooth or a proprietary wireless protocol to a receiver connected to your computer. The entire communication happens using a protocol that ensures the data arrives correctly and in the right order. Your computer's operating system has a keyboard driver, a piece of software that speaks the keyboard's language. When the USB packet arrives, the driver immediately processes it. First, it translates the scan code into something meaningful. But here's the crucial part. The driver doesn't just convert scan code 30 into the letter A. It has to consider your current keyboard layout, language settings, and those modifier keys. If you pressed Shift plus A, it becomes uppercase A. If you pressed Control plus A, it becomes a select all command. If you have a French keyboard layout active, some keys might produce completely different characters. The operating system now sends this processed keystroke to whatever application currently has focus, your word processor, web browser, or game. Each application handles keystrokes differently. A word processor will display the character and move the cursor. A web browser might use it for search or navigation. A game might trigger a character action. The application tells the operating system, I need to display this character at this position on the screen. The OS then communicates with the graphics system to render the character using the appropriate font and formatting. Finally, your graphics card receives instructions to illuminate specific pixels on your monitor. The letter A appears on screen, precisely where your cursor was positioned. And there you have it. From the moment you press that key to seeing the letter appear on screen, we've traveled through mechanical switches, microcontrollers, USB protocols, device drivers, operating systems, applications, and display technology. This entire incredible journey happens in just a few milliseconds, so fast that typing feels instantaneous. Every single keystroke involves this complete chain of hardware and software coordination, making modern computing feel effortless and responsive. Okay. Let's see different kinds of keyboards. I mean, they all do the same basic job. You press keys, stuff appears on screen. But there's actually a whole world of keyboards out there. Some are loud, some are silent, some even shine like a disco ball. Let's break them all down. Fast, fun, and no tech degree required. Let's go. 1. Mechanical keyboard, the king of click. Each key has its own mechanical switch, like Cherry MX, which gives you that satisfying tactile bump and click-clack sound. Perfect for gamers, coders, and typists who love feedback. Just beware. They're not shy, they're loud, heavy, and can cost more than your entire lunch budget for the week. 2. Membrane keyboard, soft and squishy. These use rubber domes and pressure pads, so they're quieter, cheaper, and often bundled with your PC. Good for everyday typing. Downside? Kinda feels like typing on a wet sponge. Not ideal if you're into crisp keystrokes. 3. Scissor switch keyboard. You've probably typed on one of these and didn't even know it. Found mostly in laptops, they use a scissor mechanism under the keys. Low travel, slim design, and pretty quiet. But if one breaks, good luck fixing it. 4. Chiclet Island keyboard. Flat spaced out keys that look neat and modern. Great for casual typing and super easy to clean. Just don't expect mind-blowing feedback. It's more meh than wow. Ergonomic keyboard typing with a twist. These come with curved or split layouts to keep your wrists happy during long sessions. They're a favorite among professionals. But fair warning, they take time to get used to, and they don't come cheap. 6. Gaming keyboard RGB. Macros, anti-ghosting. These things look like they came from a spaceship. Designed for gamers who want performance and personalization. They're fast and flashy. But yeah, your wallet might take a hit. Chapter 7. Wireless keyboard. Say goodbye to messy cables. Wireless keyboards connect via Bluetooth or RF. Great for clean setups and couch typing. Downsides, lag, dropped connections, and that dreaded low battery notification right in the middle of your work. 8. Wired keyboard. Old school, reliable. Plug it in and you're good to go. No charging, no lag. Perfect for pros and gamers. Just be ready for cable spaghetti under your desk. 9. Virtual keyboard. It's on your phone, your tablet, pretty much any touchscreen. Convenient? Yes. Fun to type on? Not really. Let's just say autocorrect becomes your frenemy here. 10. Projection keyboard. You've probably seen this in sci-fi movies. It projects a keyboard onto a flat surface using lasers. Super cool tech, but also super sensitive and not exactly reliable. Looks awesome. Works meh. 11. Compact to 60% keyboard minimalist vibes. It ditches the numpad and function keys to save space. Perfect for travel or tiny desks. But if you rely on those missing keys, you'll need to get creative with shortcuts. Chapter 12. Tenkeyless, TKL, keyboard. Just like a full-size keyboard but without the numpad. Gamers and desk workers love it because it gives your mouse more room to roam. You just won't be crunching numbers like an accountant on this one. Chapter 13. Full-size keyboard. The classic, all 104 keys, including numpad, function row, and arrows. It's the go-to for office work and spreadsheets. But yeah, it's a bit of a desk hog. Multimedia keyboard. Comes with extra keys for volume, play, pause, and maybe even a launch button for Spotify. Nice for entertainment setups, but probably overkill if all you do is type emails. 15. Flexible, like silicone keyboard. Roll it, wash it, stuff it in your bag. Made of silicone, it's waterproof and portable. Great for fieldwork or industrial use. Typing feel? Think wet rubber balloon, not the best. And Backlit RGB keyboard, turn the lights down and let your keyboard shine. These are lit, literally, with LEDs under the keys. Super handy in the dark, and let's be honest, they look awesome. But they do use a bit more power. 17. Silent keyboard. If clicky keys drive your coworkers mad, this one's for you. Dampen switches reduce noise so you can type away in peace. But you might miss that satisfying click. 18. Opto-Mechanical Keyboard. This one uses light sensors for each key press. It's fast, like no bounce, lightning speed fast. Great for competitive gamers, but it's pricey and kinda niche. 19. Low-profile mechanical feel without the chunky height. Great for slim builds, laptops, or if you want speed and tactility in a compact design. Not quite as deep as full mechanical switches. 20. Hybrid keyboard. A bit of this, a bit of that. Combines the feel of mechanical with the price and simplicity of membrane. Affordable, but purists will tell you it's not real mechanical. 21. Industrial keyboard. Built for battle, or at least harsh environments. These things are rugged, dustproof, and water-resistant. Found in factories and military setups. Heavy, expensive, and not your average desktop gear. 2. Braille Keyboards, specially made for visually impaired users. Uses tactile Braille symbols for accessibility. It's inclusive, functional, and truly important, even if not widely produced. 3. One-handed keyboard. Compact layout designed to be used with one hand, perfect for accessibility users or high-speed macro gaming. But it's got a steep learning curve. Your fingers will definitely be doing gymnastics at first. 4. Thumb keyboard. Remember BlackBerry phones? Yep, those tiny thumb-sized QWERTY layouts. Great for mobile typing, fits in your palm, and your fingers will cramp if you use it too long. 25. Bluetooth foldable keyboard, folds up like origami and fits in your pocket. Ideal for tablets, phones, or travelers who like to pack light. But the hinges are fragile, and the tiny keys might slow you down. And that's a wrap on the many types of keyboards. Whether you're gaming, typing essays, or working in a factory, there's a keyboard just for you. Which one do you use? Comment below.
To know more and watch videos like this, subscribe and like. And feel free to check out our playlist, Computer Basics for Everyone.